Right, guys. So, welcome back to another show of Sipping Tea with Vee. And today we have the beautiful Jenny Huie, who is an artist and who is going to be giving us telling us sharing with us some of her experiences and some of her insight to her artwork. And she'll also be showing us some of her pieces and explaining to us some about that. So, first of all, just want to welcome you, Jenny, and say thank you for you coming down at such late notice.
Lovely, it's nice to be invited. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And you don't be nervous. Just be yourself. It'll be absolutely fine.
I'll try.
You're in good hands. Right. Okay. So let's just get straight into it. So, how long have you been painting? Like, when did this journey start?
I've always been interested in art. Even when I was very young. I was 14 and I wanted to go into commercial art.
Okay.
And the art teacher says to me, don't worry, don't bother, Jenny, they only employ men.
Right.
So I left school. Because in those days you could leave school when you're 15.
Okay.
And went through various things in life. And it wasn't really until, I've always used to draw for the kids if they wanted little pictures. Then when I worked in education, I always supported in art and sort of helped out in the art lessons. But it wasn't until I retired and my husband died and lockdown hit.
Right.
And I suddenly thought, no, I need something to stop me because I was on my own.
And more time on your hands as well.
Yep, exactly, more time. And then it took off.
Wow.
And it was a gentleman that works at Carers Network that put my work on Instagram. And the next day it got so many hits, it's like, oh, I must be quite good then.
Right, of course, yeah. It always gives you more confidence, doesn't it, when you see like the responses
Exactly,
are good.
exactly.
Okay, so who would you say inspired you, or where did you get your inspiration from? No, who inspired you to start painting? You said you started at 14, or was there anything that like...
I like Basquiat's work. I love the Impressionists. I love colour.
Right, okay.
And I think
Vibrancy.
because I've travelled to Jamaica many times, and just the vibrancy there just is inspiration.
Right, no, it's catchy, isn't it? So do you have a specific like thought process when you're creating a piece? Is there anything that you do to build up to creating a piece?
Often or not, I might see a picture, but more than often, I'll be trying to get to sleep and something will flick into my head.
An idea.
And I think, okay, stop thinking. You can do that tomorrow.
Right, yeah. Do you ever find you forget if you think of something the night before and you think, right, I'll do that tomorrow? Do you forget like? And think,
no, it's normally pretty stuck. Yeah, probably in my subconscious somewhere.
And would you say like your personal life or current emotions influence your artwork at all, or how you draw?
I think my children and grandchildren sort of inspire me. But as I said again, it's the colours. And I went to Ghana.
Right.
And when I travelled through Ghana, it's just like being in Jamaica. The soil's the same red. The tree, the foliage, soil. Same red, as they call it, red dirt.
Okay.
The mountain journeys are just as horrendous as you go into Jamaica mountains. I close my eyes. Apart from the baboons at the side of the road. And you think, no, I'm not in Jamaica, I'm in Ghana. I'm in Africa.
Oh my God, I'd be so scared. Would you say that like any artists have been an influence on your work, or not really?
I don't know. It's just different. I mean, album covers, I think, because in the 60s we had incredible album covers. But I was looking at one the other day of Peter Tosh, and I thought, wow, that's great. That'll make a really good painting. You know.
Did you draw it?
Not yet. No.
Not yet.
No, I haven't got around to that yet.
And would you say there's any challenges? And if like, what challenges do you face when you're trying to create a piece of work? Are there any challenges or anything that?
The space now, because I've moved. But the art stuff is very expensive.
Really, like paints and paintbrushes and I wouldn't have thought that. I would have thought
very
paintbrushes, paints and paper.
Paints,
the quality of the paper.
It's nearly £10 a thing, you know, for.
And are they quite small? Like
you use those in like, you know, use that in a painting.
So one painting takes quite a few.
A lot of, and often you mess it up and you just go over it, you know.
Right. Yeah. I didn't think it would be that much, but yeah, of course. Would you say since you've started doing art, you've been doing it for some years now, would you say that your style has evolved over the time? Has it changed, or would you say it's the same?
Better.
It's gotten better.
Yeah. I think, ooh, did I do that? And often
when you look back.
If I'm not happy with something, I'll stash it away somewhere and leave it.
Of course,
and then a few years later, I call it upcycling. and then I'll just go add to that and think, whoa, okay, I can use that because it's also good for the environment as well.
And sometimes when you put it down and you pick it back up, you get like new fresh ideas.
Well, it's like writing, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
And when it came to you drawing, like, did you study formally, or are you self-taught?
Self-taught. It's only art lessons at school, and I used to sketch. I can do faces quickly, you know.
Okay.
But as I said, I was given no sort of, at school it was like only employ men.
It was
in those days. They do say that these days, can you imagine?
No, exactly, yeah. Would you say, like, how does your cultural background influence your artwork, or would you say it does at all?
I think travelling to Jamaica so often, being married to a Jamaican, and, being sort of indulgent, or not just the wrong word,
Involved
immersed into that culture,
that
because the colours out there are just
they're very
what
vibrant.
People wear, you know.
They don't really wear. Well, they do wear black, but not like how
Only
we wear black. And yes, exactly. Yeah, and even then they still wear colour.
Yeah, exactly. But no, and again, seeing Ghana, and I bought some kente cloth back, which I think is beautiful.
It's lovely. It really
and I
is.
used a lot of that in my
and
my
it's
work.
good quality as well.
Yeah, it is very beautiful.
So, like, when viewers like see your paintings, what would you like them to take away from? Yeah, what would you like them to take away from seeing your paintings?
Happiness. You know, if you've got colour and vibrancy on your wall, then it's going to bring like vibrancy into your world, isn't it?
Isn't
you
it?
know, some people might think, "Ooh, that's a bit over the top," but each their own, isn't it?
And then, like, so when you're like when you're creating a piece of artwork, how long would you say, or maybe you can't say, but how long would you say it takes you typically to create one piece, or does it take weeks or days, or?
It depends on the piece. I mean, some take, because I use a glue gun, which takes, because that's really straining on your arms for hair.
Of course,
but
yeah.
it does take.
Techniques.
Some, as I said, I put away, then I'll go back to them.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm not happy with them. I'm quite critical about my own stuff. I think no, that's not right, and then I'll go back to it. You know?
So is it not very often that you might like say start a piece and then just finish it, kind of thing?
I haven't finished stuff in. I can sketch really quickly. I can draw really quickly.
I suppose these things do take time, isn't it? If you want to get it correct.
Yeah, if you're, if you're, especially if you are self-critical as well, which I am, and I think that's not
Virgos.
right. You know? Yeah, exactly. It's a Virgo thing, isn't it?
And then, so how do you know when a painting is finished? Because like how you might leave it sometimes and come back to it. When would you be like comfortable and be like, okay, right, this is actually finished now? Especially as you've kind of taken some time to complete it.
When I'm happy with it, and then I know, because then you have to varnish afterwards. You say varnish is £20 a
finishing
pot.
touch it. Oh gosh.
You know?
And how much like varnish, for example, that picture there?
That would take half a pot of varnish.
Okay.
Which, you know.
And varnish is how much?
About £20 a pot.
Okay.
You know.
Right. Yeah.
So as I said, things, and you have to leave it then, and you several coats over the top.
Of course.
But that's more for the person that buys it or has it.
If they want that quality, if they want that finish.
Exactly.
I suppose that might cost more if you want it varnished, or if you just want it left in its original entirety.
Like most professionals,
it gives it a better finish, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives that little shine to it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you just said already that you do sketch.
I just like faces. It's just nice to sit and draw faces.
So if you're drawing another picture, do you always sketch first before you do your pictures, or sometimes
that
you
one
just
is
go
just straight onto the canvas. Yeah.
Because sometimes is it that you have a vision and so it's easy just for you to spit, like to get it straight on paper, or is it sometimes or when you sketch you need to build up? So
now I've started sketching and having them put onto. I get them printed. There's a really good company I use, and they print it onto the canvas and enlarge it, and then I can paint onto that. Yeah.
Wicked. Yeah, almost like a colouring book.
Yeah.
Within the lines.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So like, how do you handle, or do you ever like do a painting and then maybe you've made a mistake, or there's some paint that's gone in a piece that you don't want in that specific place? Like, how do you work with mistakes?
Just paint over it.
Paint over it.
Yeah, I never use a rubber. When I worked in schools, I would never let the kids use rubber.
So if you're using paints and you do you'll just paint over it again with another colour?
Paint over it.
Okay, and it doesn't matter if like it's uneven or a little bit high or...
I like that. I like the texture.
It gives it different, of course. Okay. Yeah. And do you have any favourite colours? Is there any colour that you find that you seem to use more, or do you just play around with all colours? Or
I use a lot of black, but I do like any vibrant colours. Eyes, I tend to use sort of greens and blues and things, which I really love.
That really stands out. I do like that contrast. It's very different as well. So have you sold any paintings? Do you sell paintings?
Yeah, I've sold over the years, because I've only been going, about 6 years? No, longer, about 7 years. And in those years, I've sold probably about 10, 12.
Wow,
yeah,
okay, yeah. And are you like really pushing your paintings out there? Do you like
No.
really promote them, or is it just
No.
you've painted them, you've got them somewhere where they can be viewed, but you're not really actually actively trying to?
I've done a few exhibitions with a friend of mine who's a curator, and I've forgotten the name. I think it's Collective 45, but they do. It's lots of artists who all exhibit together.
Right.
So you've got sculptors, you've got ceramics, you've got everything in there, and
Okay, that'll be very fake.
yeah.
And like, what feedback are you given from your paintings? Are you negative, positive?
I've
funny?
never had any negative. The last one took some stuff along, and it was that one actually. And as I pulled it out of the bag, he said, "Oh, that's different."
Yeah,
there you go.
I wasn't expecting it. Yeah.
I took that as a compliment.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah. You answered that. Yeah. In fact, should we just pass? Do you want to pass that now, Kai? We'll have a little look at it now. Right. So here, Jenny will explain to us. Jenny's got a beautiful painting here. Can you see that properly?
We'll probably put it in the middle.
Yeah.
Between you two.
Yeah. Oh,
that's
wicked. That's it.
perfect. Yeah.
Right. So as you can see, guys, we've got a beautiful painting here from Jenny. Jenny's just going to explain to us a little bit about it. Yeah, how she came with the ideas, the inspiration she got, the colours she used, etc. How much it sells for, and where you can buy it from.
Well, this is just a face I started off with, but I love using glue gun for the hair. I love textures.
Yeah, this is really good.
And I like all this here as well.
The
I
colour's
like
great.
to find paints like this is quite difficult now. I think I found them in Tiger or somewhere. It's just sort of just sticking out paints. And the cloth I bought in Ghana in Accra Market, which is incredible.
Have you got something over the material? It feels a bit...
It's the varnish over the
okay.
top, yeah. Otherwise it would just peel off. But I just love the colours.
No, of course, it's very nice. And I think the yellow contrasted again against the darker colour is really good. So this piece here, Jenny, how much would this... If somebody wanted to buy this piece, how much would this piece
I'd
cost
probably
them?
sell... None of mine are expensive because I'm not a professional artist. I'm not a trained artist. But I'd probably sell this for about $350.
Right, okay. And
with the canvas and the paints, etc., and the work taken.
And it's very good quality as well.
Yeah,
it's got a nice finish and a nice shine. So do people typically frame these things, or do they just literally put them up? Because this canvas is nice as well.
You got, I would just put them up. I mean,
like that,
some would frame, but I think really with these you can just put a tack up because they're not heavy and stick it on the wall.
And if for those who are interested in going and viewing your paintings or were interested in buying any, where would they be able to go and look for your paintings?
They're all on Instagram, Jennifer Huie
and your
Art.
Jennifer Huie Art.
Yep.
And that's spelled as in JENNIFER, Jennifer Huie, HUIE Art.
Yep.
Okay, and that is on Instagram, did you say?
That's right, yeah.
Are you on TikTok, Facebook, anything
else?
else?
No, I don't do all those.
Just Instagram.
Instagram's quite
okay. So if you want to find, no, of course, yeah. If you're interested in any of the beautiful paintings, then you just look up Jennifer Huie, that's HUIE, on Jennifer Huie.
No, it's just all one, I think.
Huie Arts.
You should find it anyway, easy enough, I think.
As long as you tap in Jennifer Huie, you'll find it all there, all the pictures, prices, and all the rest of it.
There's no prices, it's just pictures.
Okay, well, just
but
pictures.
If you want to know,
message.
just ask me.
Some
are small, you see, it's a bigger canvas. Some are smaller, but I like working on larger canvases.
And I notice it's a little bit sticky, so does the varnish, does it stay kind of...
It stays like that, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, lovely, beautiful. Thank you very much for bringing that down. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up soon. I mean, okay, so... Okay, is it important for you to convey a message in your paintings, or are you just, is it important for you to, or not necessarily, is something you've drawn because of something you liked or something that inspired you, or do you have messages sometimes in some of your paintings?
I've done a couple, yeah. One was to do with the environment. I gave that one away, actually, and that's how, it was called Gaia.
Okay.
And it was how we are polluting the planet, and it's just ridiculous,
in general.
yeah. But the Josephine Baker one, the bag there, that's, I found, we were doing Black History Month at school I worked in, and I used to find that Black History Month used to sort of dwindle to like a couple of days.
Yeah, and there wasn't really much going on.
And they always had the same people. Bob Marley, bless him.
Yeah.
There are other people that...
No, of course, yeah.
And there are women as well.
Yeah, there's many, of course.
And I found her.
This is a beautiful bag that Jenny has. I've been gifted this beautiful bag that Jenny has. Did you paint and then print it on the bag?
I painted it, yeah.
And isn't it lovely, people? The colours, The orange,
This
and
is
it's such lovely quality as
It's
well.
all
if you could feel it.
sequins in the painting. They're all really sort of glistening.
Okay.
I've sold her. I've sold
And
her.
how much did this painting go for?
I sold her for I think 200 a couple.
The same size as this one over here, or
A bit smaller.
a bit smaller?
Yeah, yeah. But
And-
this is a print, so I've got prints at home which I use.
And where do you find your customers find you from? Do you find you get messages
That was
on
in
Instagram?
an exhibition in Mayfair.
Okay.
And, Gallery 54, which is a
Right.
beautiful gallery. It's like a little It's like a Charles Dickens shop. And I was
Right.
there with a friend of mine. She's on Instagram, ADL Productions.
Okay, yep.
And
yep.
she's on Instagram and she promotes and curates artwork. And as I said, we with the kids, we looked Josephine Baker up and we read about her life, and she was an absolutely incredible woman.
Yeah,
you
of
know?
course. And then you was inspired to draw a picture.
Yeah, yeah. She was just very beautiful.
That is, it's a lovely bag. I'm going to be rocking that with Stan, and I'll take some pictures and show you. So do you say you sell bags as well? Like, do you sell, are there more of
I've
these
done
bags?
Cushions. This is the only one at the moment with her.
I've got the one original guy. Don't fight me for it.
I haven't signed it yet. I should sign
No,
it.
literally, you need to sign it for me, please. That would be good.
I've done cushions, bed cover. I've just got, because the company that I use often send me pictures, all different things, so you
course,
can get
yeah.
this. But the bed covers are a bit expensive. But on a bed cover, she looks amazing.
So that's good to know as well. So you're able to print
On
more
cushions,
than anything,
yeah,
material-wise.
exactly.
Curtains, cushions, bed
Yeah,
covers,
Exactly.
rugs,
T-shirts. I've done a lot of T-shirts. Yeah.
headscarves.
Yeah.
That's really good as well. What about mugs and stuff like that?
You
do
can get
mugs
mugs
and
as well. Yeah.
personalised.
Yeah.
That's really good. And then how long has your website been up and running? How long have you been selling or been on your website, been promoting?
It's been up. It was before COVID. Everything goes back to COVID now, doesn't it?
yeah, when everyone, we had a lot of time in our hands, didn't we?
Probably about 5 years.
Okay. And would you say it's doing good? Like, it's been successful?
Yeah, I mean, I've got sort of links with people all over the world.
Right,
It's quite,
you see,
quite
yeah.
amazing.
And the internet it's a beautiful thing, isn't it? You can connect with so much people being in the
Exactly.
one place all over the world. It's really good
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I asked you before that, but it wasn't on thing. So I was just asking, are you able to do like live drawings? Would you be able to draw somebody?
Yeah, I like to sit and, I mean, I like to use biro or pencil, but I can see if someone sits in front of me. I find it easier if they're in front of me. I couldn't do it off a photo. It wouldn't come out the
Okay,
same. You've got
yeah.
to have that person sitting in front
all
of
the
you to
details
capture
and
them. Yeah.
yeah, that is. I
Yeah.
can't draw to
But
save my
trying to
life. I
get
wish I
grandchildren
could.
to sit still for long enough is a bit
No,
difficult.
of course, yeah. So do you have any family portraits or any pictures of your family in the house? Or do you have any of your pictures?
Oh
up in
yeah,
your
my house is like a sort of
A shrine.
mini Tay gallery,
Like in every room kind of thing,
like
the passage.
bit of Frida Kahlo.
No, that's good. Do you have any like Rasta pictures, any red, gold and green or any kind of, is it lion or Rasta inspiration?
Well, the lion is my business card, if you notice, because
I can read the business card.
he. I
Thank
made
you.
T-shirts of him, and a couple of guys bought them off me a couple of years
can't
ago.
see it bigger
It's the Lion of Judah, because his mane is made from strips of African fabric.
Yeah, and it's,
So
a,
it's
it's
the
a
12
nice card
tribes
as well.
of-
So that's another painting that you drew.
Yeah, yeah. I did
it's
him on a
really
bit of old
nice.
hardboard. I couldn't
Yeah.
afford canvases at the time, and my son-in-law has got him in his flat or his house.
Oh, on the
He
cardboard.
framed it. He framed it. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
does it look like? Did you varnish it as well on the cardboard?
Yeah,
So it's got
yeah,
the-
yeah.
okay, just. But once you're finished with it, you wouldn't even be able to tell.
No,
probably what
exactly,
material was used.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So that's another way, I suppose, of like saving money, isn't it? When they're trying to, when
Well,
there's
that
not much
cardboard
money.
would have ended up in the bin as well.
No, of
you know?
course, and he was able to use it again.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
Yeah. So are your family and friends supportive of your paintings? As in, like, do they buy any or do
My
they?
son's got one
support?
in his house. My daughter's after one. I want the money first.
Yeah, no, it's true, innit? So no buy now, pay later. I thought they should get maybe mates rates or family.
No,
discount.
none of that.
The price is the price. What can I say? It is hard out here.
Or they say it doesn't look like me. Yes, it does.
Yeah, and I think that is. Yes, that is most of them.
That was great. Thank you.
I think I asked you that already. Okay, my last one was, how do you feel about the art market and the challenges of being an artist? Or do you feel like there is any challenges in the art market?
I think it's. I must say this. It's just crazy because the amount of. I mean, I've seen paintings in windows and they're selling for 1,000. I think, what? Are you having a laugh?
And you're an artist, so you would think of things that we wouldn't as non-artists. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
No, I just think no. You
I
know?
mean, when they think of these prices, what goes? I mean, we were just talking about that a little while ago, as in like what goes into it. I wasn't really thinking. I was saying to you paper, you know, paint brushes and paint, and I didn't think that'd be too much. But then there's varnish and there's different qualities.
But you
of
know,
paint.
it's just if you're it's like anything I think in this society now, that if your
You're
name
known.
fits,
Right.
you're in.
This is it. This is it. This
You
is
know?
it. I think the longer you've been, well, the more established you are. I feel like sometimes, like you said, influences how much you can sell your paintings for. If it's somebody who people don't know, it'll be like, oh, who's this person? But if it's someone that is known, it'll be like, oh, you know, blah blah blah, selling that for so much money, and then it's like it's not an eye raiser. Everyone's kind of, because they're expected to get that kind of money.
Exactly.
So definitely, and I feel like sometimes people are underestimated for that, underrated. Sorry. Because they might not have a name, and so people do not know about them. But then their work is really, really good. But because they don't have the name, they don't even get the time of day type of thing, which is really bad, because they put in just as much hard work as everyone else.
Exactly. It's like it's about showbiz, isn't it? It's who you know.
This
you
is
know?
it. Exactly. It's true. It really is true. Very, very true. Okay. And yeah, because that was all 30 questions. Jennifer did great. Jenny. Sorry. Yeah, Jennifer. Jenny done great. So I just want to thank you for coming down.
Thank you. It's been
and
lovely.
showcasing your beautiful painting and this beautiful bag again that I was gifted from Jenny. Again, Jennifer's socials is Jennifer, Jennifer, Huie, Huie, art. And you can find Jenny on Instagram. And go and support Jenny, give her a follow. Go and purchase some of her paintings. And just to say to you, like, wish you all the best for the future.
Thank you very much.
In your art career. And yeah, thank you again for coming down. It was great having you.
It's been great. Thank you very much. It's
Thank you.
been an experience for me.
Yeah, no, and we'd love to have you again. So if ever, I don't know, there's some more paintings
in the
you want to
area.
showcase, and we were talking about your daughter earlier, so we'll talk later about that. But yeah, thank you again. And I've got your,
Great.
your
Thank
card as
you.
well. Thank you again for
All
coming
right.
down. So guys, we're gonna play some music for you, and then I'm gonna be back in a bit.
It's about time that we both move on. We gon' separate. What we gotta do, separate. Talk about me and you. Separate. How it's gotta be. Separate. No more you and me. Gotta go. What we gotta do, separate. Talk about me and you. Separate. How it's gotta be. Separate. I'm going you and me.
Choice FM UK.
Choice FM UK.